What's up, people? Afterburn here, coming back at you from Mr. Kevin's house. Mr. Kevin.
What's up, guys?
Well, anyways.
You're gonna upload your video.
Oh, shut up. Anyways, we're in a different spot in Kevin's basement just because he got a wood pellet stove and he hasn't set it up yet. Well, we put it in place, just haven't set it up. Anyways, I have 3 things to show you today. Yes, 3. And I'm very excited about them because when I first saw them, I was like, oh man, I'm never going to be able to get these. They're so expensive. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways, there's a theme to this, and you'll see it as soon as I pretty much show the first one. We have Fansproject, Crossfire, 03, Thundershred, the Shrapnel variant, and CA04, Storm Bomb, as well as CA05, Backfiery. Yes. I have the Fansproject Ninja Bugs, and I am excited. Guy named Dave Walton from Facebook brought these to my attention in a Facebook group posting when he had these for sale, and he wanted to know if someone wanted them, and his price was amazing. $120 for the 3, which is a great price if you don't know already. I mean, these have been out for a few years now, and I'm just getting a hold of them now, so yeah. Couldn't find them anywhere else, but these were sealed in package, and yes, I took them out. Who cares? Anyways, so getting right down into it, I mean, yeah, this has its own issues. The front 4 legs are very nice. One of the back legs tends to hold itself out better than the other one, but because of that weird joint, you know, you can't really do much about it. Anyways, getting down into the transformation. First things first, I'm going to bring back all of the legs, like so, at least for now. Oh boy, this thing's already broken, so I can't even do that. Fuck. Oh, man. That's awesome. This one is broken, but you know what? It's not going to affect anything for me. I don't know how it broke. I don't know why it broke, but it broke.
What broke?
Must have been broken in package. Yeah, it must have been broken in package. The way I'm seeing it now, must have been split in package. Yeah, if you can't tell right there. Yeah, right there. This side, you can see the white bit. That's broken. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of transformation of this guy just because it is like that now. Kind of sad, but hey, it was done in package. You can't fix that. If it was already in package that way, that's something you can't change. Anyways, and I don't know how to fix that because it's so small, and getting in there is probably a bastard and a half to try. I don't want to at this point try, so I'm not going to. I'll just fiddle with it and finagle it, and it will stay in that form forever. I might throw a dab of super glue in there at some point. Probably, maybe not, who knows, depending how I feel. So I'm just trying to unfold everything without breaking it. Untap the legs. To untap that part of the leg. Bring it all the way down, drop the foot in, and bring the bug leg forward. And rotate that up into place right there. Round 2. All the same. Bring that down. Bring the foot up and in. And bring the bug leg alongside like that. Next thing you have to do is slide the waist back. Going to rotate at the waist. And when you take these off, I'm going to take pincers off. Like so. Okay, those seem fixed. Yeah. Darn it! Pop a ball drink, what do you get? Problems. So that is unfortunate, the way this is happening, but hey, things do happen. May not be perfect, but it's done more or less. And there we have Thundershred in robot mode. Thundershred. Anyways, and his backpack, you can do however you wish with it. The pincers here, ignore him. He's being fun. He's trying to be hilarious, and he is being hilarious. But he's ruining the video. And they come on a 3mm clip system, and it just clips right into the forearms like that, which is cool. Just like that. Yay. Clips. Now, still being the bug former he still retains the 3mm clips right here next to his head, so if you wanted to, you could have the giant pincers behind his head, but that's the G1 version. And the G1 version's okay. It's just these guys are ninjas. They need ninja stuff, like claws. And included with Storm Bomb is a second set of the pincers. So, not only will Thundershred here get the Claws of Doom, but he also will get, as MGO316 likes to call it, the Murder Pinwheel. And a bit just dropped off. The Murder Pinwheel. Yes. So now, he's got massive claws and a murder pinwheel. And that's freaking cool. You would not want to get close to this guy, would you? Just take a look at him. You would not want to get close to that much bladage. Yes, Murder Pinwheel. Cool. I mean, and he has all of the standard joints. He's got a ball-jointed head. He's got a weird ball-jointed shoulder in the fact that he's got a top-mounted swing-out shoulder like that. A bicep swivel, which is really tight. He's got a double-jointed elbow with a swivel and a ball joint. Hands do not move. Legs are on a universal joint. Thigh swivel, full knees, rotating ball-jointed, or hinged, actually, feet. So you can get some sort of movement out of that. It's tough to work with, but not impossible. So, and it's unfortunate that the that little bit on his back is broken, but he won't move from this position. So, yeah, it is what it is. On to Storm Bomb. Now, I need to dig in here. Forgot I had that in there for a second. There it is. Okay. So Storm Bomb is the analog for Bombshell, the rhinoceros beetle. Instead of a giant cannon, he's just got a giant murder trident thingy. He's got his claw weapons as his front legs, and another item that comes with is this really nice chain. However, the chain doesn't fit in bug form. There is no way to store it, and I see where MGO was getting bitchy about it because it sucks. It's a dumb idea, and it does suck. But it's something you have to live with. First things first, you pull off the hooks. Pull off the sickle weapons. You can leave this part attached, it's fine. Come to the underneath. Unpeg the arms from below. Swing them all the way out. You take the shoulder pads. You rotate them around. Bring them forward. And then you rotate all of the hand bits so that they are equally maneuverable. Just like so. Okay. So second verse. I'm not going to do MGO's thing, so you just take the shoulder pad and it's like this for bug form. So you want to rotate it so that the silver bit's on the opposite side. You fold that in. And you can position these clips however you want. And then you want to split the legs, and you want to get in here with the feet because that is very tight. Well, but on mine, not so much. The instructions actually give you a second bit that says to move to put your finger inside the gap to push the feet out. But I believe those are the first runs. They since cleared up that problem. And now the legs work just fine. There's no problems with pulling them out of their hole or sliding or extending them forward. There's no problem with that there. So that does happen. Then right here at the waist, you take two side skirts, bring them down, and I do see the angry crotch face on the front. It's something you can never unsee, but it's there. And, you know, it works. It works for what it needs to be. And that's all that matters. It's all it needs to be, and that's what matters the most. Right, right. And it's very finicky, but then the last thing you can do is you just bring the top back, and you fiddle with double hinge here, the multiple double hinges. And it all just rests there on his back. Just like that. There we have Storm Bombshell in his robot form, and he looks big and beefy. And yeah. Now, he does have the shoulder clips. You can just fold them down behind his back. You know, they work fine. The shoulder pads can move out of the way to facilitate arm movement. You can actually bring the shoulders all the way forward and have him really beefy. But I keep them like that, so they're right next to his body. He's still chunky and beefy, but it's not like his shoulders are super effing prominent, because that's a little ridiculous, having the shoulder that far forward. I just leave it down here, and it works. And yeah, I've had these since yesterday. It came in the mail pretty quickly, which I was happy about, and I'm excited to have them. And especially since I missed out on getting them when they first were available. Now I don't think you can get them anymore, unless you pay an exorbitant price. No, it's more like eBay. eBay would probably fetch like a couple hundred each, new in package. And yes, these are new in package, or were before I got them. Because why should a display figure be set in the package if you need to mess around with it? Now, the chain can fit on both the front spike from the bug mode. If you pull it out of its hole, out of its clip, and have him wield it individually. I'm off screen again, sorry, dropped it. But he is Bombshell. He needs to have his spike up behind his head. So what I do, what I have been doing, is I just take the chain and I connect it to both sides of the sickles, have him hold it, and then what I'm going to do here is not let it sit on the floor, but it's going to hook right here, so you can still use both weapons, and the chain's off the floor, and it looks pretty cool. So, and that way you don't really see the front leg clips. And yeah, he is big and awesome, and I love it, And yes, angry crotch face. Now, finally, we get on to the grasshopper. Backfiery, who is their take on Kickback. And as you can see, he comes with 6 of these throwing knives. And yes, they are fucking sharp. They are actually really fucking sharp, and it's kind of scary. But then, yeah, kids parents don't let your kids play with these because they will hurt themselves. And you know, he is a freaking grasshopper. You know, he's got the big giant back legs, teeny ass front legs, you know, the wings. And his legs are actually locked in this position. You can't really move them. So he doesn't really stand too well in bug form. But we don't buy a toy for its alt form. No, these guys are the Insecticons. They are crazy and buggy. And everyone likes them. So go to robot form. And I'm going to start with the first leg and then show you how I did it. First leg winds up like this. So what you want to do is take the bug foot, flip that up. Take these panels off the upper thigh, swing them down, straighten the leg, rotate the lower leg up to expose the foot, and then close the former thigh panels onto the shins. And then you reach in underneath the foot to expose the heel spur. Big old foot. And yeah, these are scout size. I wish I had a scout size along with me. Didn't think of it. They're about the same size as the Fansproject Insecticons. I'm trying to think of the word. They are about that big. And yes, I do have the Fansproject Insecticons. I have a video on my other computer. I'm going to hopefully get that fixed or loaded up in the near future. So you just take the insect legs and you bring the forward insect legs and you bring them back. You come down here and you split the robot mode arms, and you want to get all the arm bits out of the way. You want to rotate the arms and hands out of the way. For now, bring these up, bring the legs down on a double hinge, and the crotch plate here will connect the legs together. What you need to do is you need to, I don't know how well that's going to be showing on camera, bring that out of the way. You need to bring the leg, slide it back, and it will hopefully go underneath. And it did. It goes underneath the crotch plate, and they snap together, and it holds super securely. Now we just bring the arms up and in. They just slide into where the bug legs used to be. I do that as well. Then you swing the wings from along this hinge from the forward to the back, and you have to do it after you plug the arms in, just because of that bar joint here. That bar holds the arms in place, and you need to put the wings in after you deal with the robot mode arms. So to get the arms all situated, you take the shoulder pad, and just like on Storm Bomb, you spin it around on that hinge, flip it out, spin it 180 on the hinge so that it reveals his symbol. And then you want to swing that forward and then rotate the wrist. So you want the whole arm assembly to be facing forward. You want the silver bit on top. As his shoulder guards, and I tend to bring them down just because that's the way it is. You know, you have everything here, then you take the grasshopper head, take it, bring it down, drop the antenna, and then you spin his robot head around like so. And there we have Backfiery in robot mode, and he is probably my favorite in robot form. Out of the three, he has the most clean and concise robot form. There's not a whole lot of bug kibble until you look at the back. I mean, it just looks really cool. And yes, if you don't like the way the legs are up here, you can drop them down. Personal preference. I, for one, think that that looks really cool. And then, if you want to, you can also spin the wings up on their ball joint to have a wing up motif, but he's a ninja. He's not that flashy. So, and the weapons. The weapons have a few mounting points. If you look at the legs here, you've got a mounting point on the thigh and 2 on the shins. And they just use that little hole right here, and they're on both sides in the same spot, so you can have him hold all of his weapons. Actually, the top one's on the hip plate here, on the hip joint. So you can hold it here, you can hold it here, and you can hold it here. And I like him storing only a couple. So I'm going to go with, on the right side, the top and the middle. And he's going to hold the last one straight up like this in his hand, like that. And on the opposing side, I'm going to mount one upside down in his hand. Action pose here. My action posing. And I'm going to mount 2 on the lower leg. Symmetrical. Doesn't need to be. He's asymmetrical. He's asymmetrical for a fucking reason. And you know what? Any haters can just shut up, because he is a fucking amazing figure. Actually, now that I think about it, swinging the wings inward like this gives him a mini cape, and that's pretty cool. Like tassels off of a ninja suit. Something like that. There he is. And he's got ball-jointed head, ball-jointed shoulders, he's got a double-jointed elbow. The wrists do rotate, and they even have that hinge there. Universal jointed waist, thigh swivel, knee bend, ankle tilt, and foot movement. And you've got the whole range. And, you know, he's, you know, for the money I spent on all of them, you know, they do actually fit quite well together. Don't know how well this is going to come out on camera. I'm going to push you guys back. There they go. There they are. Together on screen. The Insecticons. They're nuts. They're ninjas. They're crazy. I love them. So yeah, big thanks to my buddy Dave Walton on Facebook out of San Jose, California. Next video will be more Warbotron, so stay tuned for that. Catch you later.